Back in the day, being able to aerial like 5 feet off the ground already put you ahead of most of the game. Now, almost 6 years later, aerialing is more important than it's ever been, with a lot of higher level games being played primarily in the air, and quite high I might add. So today I will be teaching the bare bone basics and fundamentals of how to aerial. So let's get started. When attempting the aerial for the first time, generally one of two things will happen. Planing the car too far backwards, sending it straight up, or even in the opposite direction sometimes. Or not lifting it enough, causing your car to more closely resemble the Untitled Goose game. Good game, by the way, you should check it out. In order to remedy this first issue, start by jumping once into the air and trying to tilt your car backwards roughly 45 to 60 degrees after your jump. Now, I'm not a mathematician and I don't know exactly what the angle is, but it's roughly somewhere around there. Eyeballing it should just be fine. Much like the dribbling exercise done previously, boost is not a part of the equation at the moment. The purpose of this small jumping motion is to get you comfortable with how much tilt is required to angle your car without being too much or too little. It will also be a good beginning to train your muscle memory to do it automatically. After this, head into rookie aerial training. Here, our practice is going to be focused simply on hitting the ball while it's off the ground. I know it doesn't sound like much fun, but it will pay off later. Approach the ball at a moderate speed and single jump, then boost. Now, all jokes aside, that really is how straightforward the process is. That being said, theory and execution are two different things, and adequate practice is necessary to fully grasp the feeling of taking flight. Similarly to the rookie training, I have created a training pack as well for this kind of exercise, starting out with the ball closer to the ground, putting more emphasis on making contact and less on aerial height. Shots 8 through 10 are meant to be more awkward and challenging, especially for beginners, so don't worry if you're having trouble with those. If you start to feel more comfortable with them, then try shifting the focus from just hitting the ball to aiming where the ball goes. Before calling this a wrap, I have one last thing I would like to add that should help improve your flying capabilities going forward. This is where things will really get tricky. Similarly to boosting on the ground, boosting in the air for longer periods of time can and will increase your flight speed. Direction and angle also play a factor. To get more accustomed to this, we're going to fly across the field. Go into free play and place your car inside either goal. Drive forward towards the goal line, and just before reaching it, jump and boost your way to the inside of the opposite goal. For now, don't really worry about how much boost you're using, focus more on getting a handle on the upward tilt of your car and how much boost you need to use in order to maintain a moderate altitude while still maintaining control. Continue to do this back and forth between the goals until you can keep yourself at a reasonable speed and height about 50% of the time or so. Now that you're starting to spread your wings, I'm going to throw one last wrench into the works. Take the same goal-to-goal flying exercise, but now we're going to add a restriction to it. This time, turn off the unlimited boost. I know, it's horrifying, you don't like to think about it, free play is where you have all the boost, but trust me, it'll help. Once you've done that, go back into free play, pick up 100 boost, and choose a goal. As you'll notice, using all 100 boost at once will not carry you across the entire pitch, and it will speed you up tremendously, making controlling your car that much harder. This is where the technique known as feathering comes into play. In short, feathering allows you to conserve boost while staying in control of your car, i.e. maintaining your speed and altitude. Simply tap the boost button while aerialing and bingo bongo, you're feathering like a champ. Now try feathering the boost as you fly from goal to goal this time. It might feel slow at first, you might stall out, or you might realize you're using too much of your boost in chunks. And that pretty much covers the basics of aerialing in Rocket League. I know it might seem kind of overwhelming at first with everything I just threw out there, but don't feel intimidated, just take it slow, step by step, and work your way up. Once you get the hang of it all, it will open up a whole new world of possibilities in your playing and will allow you the ability to do some pretty crazy stuff. Next up on the Rocket League agenda is power shots, otherwise known as half volleys, and we'll be going over how to use them and why they can be so important. I'll see you guys then.